She was the strongest ice witch on the continent. He was the Empire's most powerful swordsman. Both fought for their own nations, but during a brutal clash, the ice witch slipped and accidentally fell right into his arms. That tiny accident became the moment they fell for each other. What Alice didn't know was, a year earlier, Jack had secretly helped her escape the battlefield, even though he was an apostle sworn to obey orders. Because he disobeyed command, Jack was stripped of his title and locked away for an entire year. But Jack was also the youngest apostle in Empire history, so the higher-ups decided to give him one last chance. Hunt down and defeat Princess Alice, the ice witch feared across the continent. Jack knew he couldn't refuse, so he gathered his old comrades and headed toward the front lines. But halfway there, they were ambushed. Luckily, their reflexes saved them from the first wave. Then more enemies appeared, dozens of them. Still, no one panicked. Jenny activated her ring, and their car launched a barrage of missiles, scattering the enemy formation with smoke and explosions. Jack dashed forward through the chaos, cutting down the ambushers one by one. Just when they thought it was over, a massive stone giant stepped into their path. The one controlling it was Anna. Jack shattered the golem's weapon with a single strike. He told his friends to move on without him, while he stayed behind to deal with Anna. It didn't take long. Jack overwhelmed her effortlessly. But then, a cold wind swept through the air. Alice, the ice witch herself, arrived. With a single blast of magic, she knocked Jack back across the field, and their real battle began. Alice summoned a storm of ice arrows, raining them down like winter itself. Jack drew both swords, deflecting every frozen strike. He charged forward, only to meet her unbreakable ice shield. Alice told him to give up. No one had ever shattered that shield, but Jack refused. He wasn't fighting to kill her, he was fighting to end a pointless war, and create a world where peace was possible. Even though they came from rival nations, their dreams weren't so different. Alice hesitated, and tried to persuade Jack to join her side, but in her flustered moment, she slipped, and once again fell straight into Jack's arms. Their eyes met, and something changed between them. Alice snapped out of it first, summoned her mount, grabbed Anna, and fled the battlefield. But when she returned home, her mind refused to calm down, and the reason was Jack. To clear her thoughts, Alice headed to a neutral nation's opera house, but the tragic performance only made her cry harder. A stranger sitting behind her noticed her trembling shoulders and gently handed her a handkerchief. When the show ended, Alice turned around to thank him and froze. The stranger was Jack. So tell me, do you think these two enemies turned soulmates will end up together in the end?